Okay, I don't know who can hear me, who can't. I'm not even looking at the screen. I went to bed early yesterday, got up very early this morning. Well, got up very early this morning. I just went, got coffee, and I was looking at, some of the stuff that was going on. And I used to always say that I didn't really understand. Don't mind me, I'm doing something while I'm talking to you. Um, so don't worry about chatting or saying anything, because I'm not looking at it. Not on purpose. I'm just busy, and I just wanted to share. In fact, I am going to share it. I'm going to say it's one of the best things I've ever watched anywhere, not just YouTube. It talked about this woman named Penny. It was an interview with her. I know I already just started talking about something else, but they're both the same, like they intertwine. It was her near-death experience. Now, I know a lot of people don't, I don't know, whether you believe it or whatever, but it wasn't so much having to believe what she was saying was true. It was the way she told the story that I believe in epiphanies. Like sometimes you'll hear something said that enlightens you. It tells you something in a different perspective that maybe for years you just never understood quite what that thought meant of. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But there was particularly the praying for your enemies was one of them. I had a hard time. Now, I don't want to turn anybody off that is like thinking, oh, this is going to be some religious um, live stream or whatever. It's not. And people do get turned off by that, trust me. It's not. It is not. I'm just talking. I'm not a holy roller. I'm not putting the pressure on anybody to have to talk back to me. I hope you guys can hear me. Hold on, just getting some clean things here. For those of you who think I don't clean, I'm actually cleaning, but whatever. I really hope you guys can hear me. But anyway, praying for your enemies. I used to think, why? Why would I pray for my enemies? You know, what exactly? I'm definitely not as good as like being able to put into words the way this woman who spoke out, the way she was. I mean, she really was able to word things so good. Um, I'm gonna share the link for it and hope you guys will watch it because it's more than just having to, you don't even have to believe, like I said, in near death experiences or God or anything. It's the way she tells the story, like she makes you think. In my mind, well, for me, it made me feel good. It made me feel good. Like, I don't know why, it just did. One second, please. Sorry, I'm gonna take a little break. Sit down for a second, drink some coffee. Okay, so okay, so bother me, of course, because I'm on the phone. Even the praying for your enemies, right? It's not about the um like the praying of it. It's not the praying part of it. It's the energy. It's the energy. Like that, it was really just such an amazing story. I am definitely going to share it with you guys. The way she explained it was, have you ever been able to feel somebody staring at you, to feel their gaze? And, you feel somebody looking at you, but you don't, but when you do turn to look at in a room full of people who's staring at you, the percentage of times that you look at the wrong person is slim. It's usually the person who is exactly staring at you that okay. that it's the energy, and that your thoughts have energy, and your words have energy, and your actions have even more energy, and that we are all energy. And it's basically the energy when you are not looking at people with distaste. Like they can feel that energy. And for example, I noticed that Bobbles creates a lot of her own energy there. Like she convinces herself, and this is just an example of haters. She's got comments in her chat. I'm thinking of Cha-Cha in her chat that our community post blaming me for something that nobody knows said in my chat, which I removed automatically. Or was removed by a mod. I'm sorry. Thank you very much to that mod. Bobbles, you know, wants to create bad energy. Hi, Grinch. Wow. Imagine seeing you here. I haven't seen you in so long. I really have not. How are you doing? How are you? It's so nice to see you. I've been wondering how you've been doing, and just what's going on in your life. Good things, I hope. I hope good things are going on. Still singing? Still got your cat? Oh, Monday night live streams. Awesome. Let me go and share your link. Hold on.
um, they do that a lot, Grinch. I don't know if you remember way back when I dropped two links just then. There should be two. Yep, there's two links that I just dropped. One is to Grinch's channel. He's really great, really good channel. He does a lot of singing and does like he puts his sometimes his own twist on certain songs. He's very entertaining, very nice. I know. I could drop the link if you'd like to come up on the panel if you'd like to do that as well. Yes, the lurkers, they do it all the time. You remember like a while ago when it was like, 50-50. Yeah, that still occurs. I'm sure, being on the internet as long as you have, that some people they do become targeted and apparently along with it, that yeah. Um, I still like the one that you did call Troll. That was a good one. You remember that one? I like that one. So let me go up here and see what you wrote. So, okay, so no, you rehomed the three cats when you left for California. Oh, you had moved to California. Oh, I don't know who WW is, but is that the person that you had fallen in love with and moved in with? Yeah. The other link that I dropped there is to a interview I watched with a woman who had had a near-death experience. And it was such an amazing get you. Okay. Oh, all right, I get you. Oh, all right. I guess Eli said, he had a near-death experience too with what he had gone through when he had COVID, and I watched this lady's interview, and wow, just the way she told the story it wasn't like as if it was, all like this religious. It was the way she told the story that was so. It was really amazing. Like I got a lot out of it, like of understanding the energy of things um and the purpose of things and comfort all the way around. Really, you know, she was just such a great uh, speaker that I don't usually watch many of those. No, I don't think you are Grinch. I didn't get it, and I didn't get that either. No, no. But by the grace of God, knock on wood, right? um, but yeah, he had a near-death experience. Eli did. Is he back? I know he had said he was slowly coming back, doing a few things, few interviews. Do you still talk to PLE? Would you like me to drop the link and you can come up? Imagine we're on the same time. Oh, you did. Yes, he's such a nice person. I'll drop it and you can just decide if you want to use it or not. Yeah. He is a nice person. I meet a lot of nice people. That's why I like a lot of people who want to say, YouTube is. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Then I won't. Well, sometime if you'd like to come up, I'd love that. And you could tell us about your experience on YouTube. Do you still talk to PLE too? Isn't he from around where you're from? Do you ever watch that? What is it called? The one with that Carrie guy, and he died, the Bigfoot guy. And he died in a car crash. God, I forget the name of it. But just life is so fleeting. I mean, it's come and go like that. You know what I mean? And people, a lot of what goes on around us, it comes like from within. Like I think maybe our own energy, which for a long time, who's Channy? Yeah, I know what you mean by that, Grinch. I do know what you mean by that. Isn't that just terrible? And a lot of that is the fact of social media. It gives them such the platform to be able to do that. It's a shame. Good people get slammed, and I mean, and because some people will have double standards, like they'll stop at nothing to, you know, do something, and where people with standards, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Where people with standards that won't go to a certain lower level to do something to hurt somebody sit there, and then all these people who have told this person, don't lower yourself to their level, believe that person who's lowered their self to a level. And you're like, oh my God, that's not true. But then when you try to explain, it's like that damage has already been done. And it's like, then it's all about, oh, now you're lowering yourself to their level. No, I'm just trying to say they went to a level that didn't exist. That's not true. You know what I mean? But by then, people then are like thinking, oh shit, well, if they've told that same person some things, then they're like, this person who has no scruples will turn around and put this out there or that out there or dox you or do that. And so then they get scared for themselves and their own privacy, and they don't want to get involved. And it's really exhausting, and it usually happens to the best of people. And then a lot of people start turning around and saying, this person just likes to be the victim. It's their victim mentality. Nobody wants to be a victim. At least I don't think the majority of people in the world want to be a victim. That is true. But a lot of the hurt isn't what people say. It's what when say that one of your friends, if the person in question is being fed misinformation and you matter enough to them to seek out the truth. But if it's uh, multiple, like, they're going on, um, social media or reaching out or, just doing things to a grand scale. A lot of times it becomes where people just they don't want to think about the one person who's being affected by the constant things. Hi, chicken winner. It's early. I came on early because I went to bed so early last night. A lot of times people, like, even when it's like a kid in school, this is my friend Grinch, chicken winner, and Grinch, this is my friend chicken winner. I saw somebody say, uh, they go, chicken winner is so stupid because she said she thinks chickens say cockadoodle doo, and it's roosters. And I'm thinking to myself, no, because usually the one that wins the chickens is the rooster. So she's just saying, as if she's the rooster and we're the chickens. And she says, cock-a-doodle doo, bitches, because usually the chickens are the girls. And I'm not saying that you're a guy, you chicken winner, but you would be the winner of the chickens. And you know what I mean? So you never said that you were a chicken. You just said you were the chicken winner. So, you know, nobody else like is like pointing out something like that we all find endearing. Yeah. Yeah, they aren't here to snuff the chickens. We come to snuff the rooster. Yeah. We ain't gonna die, or he ain't gonna die, right? Remember that song? Wasn't that about his grandfather or something? Like he was singing about his grandfather, something to do with the war. I thought I had heard that. But the fact is, for that to be of, major um importance for somebody to say, just to insult my, chicken winner, to like try to insult somebody's intelligence, is saying she's so stupid, she says cockadoodle doo. It's like, see, that's so petty in the grand scheme of things. Right. Right, exactly. I mean, in actuality, we like that when you do that cockadoodle doo thing at the beginning of your videos. Oh, you did? I didn't know that. He says that. Hi, Marianne. Oh, hello. I like that name. I played your song the other day, but I'm not going to be playing music much anymore. Marianne, meet Grinch. He sings. I dropped his link up here. I don't know if you guys can still get to it, can you? Because if not, I'll go back to it and drop it again. I also dropped a link for a very important interview with a lady that I just thought was so amazing. So amazing. It taught me what it means to pray for your enemies. And I don't even mean like in a religious sense. She described it as the energy of it, you know, the energy of it. It's, it was just such an amazing interview with this lady. The way she worded things, it really, I think, changed me a little bit, I hope for the better. We all know how much I could, you know. Oh, it's so separate, chicken winner. she's creating so many blocks on herself, and I wish she wouldn't. I mean, I keep trying to tell her, you know, to stop thinking she has haters and focus on the people, the good things, you know, focus on some good things. And she just keeps focusing on bad. And what it's doing is blocking a lot of people, like, because it's creating such energy of, that kind of stuff. And it's hard. She's gonna end up, no, we're gonna all need fucking exorcism soon. I mean, because she's going to places where none of us would ever, well, we would think, would ever do such things. Oh, thank you for doing that for my friend Grinch. He's a very kind person. He comes from a different community, which is a very nice. I'm not even saying that this isn't a kind community. We've got wonderful, wonderful people um, all around us in the grand scheme of things. I'll go out to the store, like I went out this morning for coffee, and like I'll just strike up, not strike up a conversation with people, but just I talk to people, and um, just say, I'm using that thing as a weekend. Grinch was around when they used to show the thumbs up and the thumbs down, and he reached out to me and he was so amazed. He said, "Do you mean to tell me?" And it's what he saw, because they used to show it, that that people literally were making certain that I would have more thumbs down on every video than thumbs up. I mean, sometimes it was incredible, and that's neither here nor there, but none of this was in my head. You know what I mean? Like, it really happened. Um, when they say, SG is just a asshole that got cancer. We're not doing this because I'm not an asshole. I mean, I'm not perfect. Not perfect, and I can be an asshole, but certainly even the biggest assholes don't deserve to, you know, just be destroyed. But, you know, yeah. I mean, she could just turn it off, but she's trying now to say again something about SG's trying to drive her to suicide. No, I'm not. Just the other day, I stayed on till almost 8 in the morning because she said her husband came home at 8, and the way she was feeling and the last thing that she had written. And I kept trying to stay, but none of that is, anything that, if they're determined to make somebody appear a certain way, they're not going to say things that are, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think any of us is. Oh, you're gonna get some more sleep before you gotta go to work. Good night, Grinch. I'll drop the link for Chicken Winner, see if she wants to come up. Well, you have a good day, Grinch. It's because she goes to levels like, people's kids and putting out people's addresses and phone numbers and lies that are outrageous and saying I was lying about cancer. I mean, like, why would I? You know what I mean? Those things are incredible. And when you report those things too and nothing gets done, that's frustrating. Very frustrating when you're reporting something that's affecting your real life and it's being ignored, you know? That's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I feel like that song, Marianne, is very appropriate to me, you know? One of the things, is there anybody out there, the Ray Charles one? Because a lot of the times, when I'll be talking um, and a lot of people will, come and I appreciate it when one person speaks up or two, three, four. I appreciate them because I know that there'll be 25 people, in the room and four quality people um um then then that's where they're well exactly the things that she said to those kids. But here's the thing, chicken winner, and I'm gonna put myself out there too with this too. We didn't call and report Omegle. You know what I'm saying? Or did you? Maybe you did. You know what I'm saying? But she got away with having you struck and silenced, just like when you were talking about the thing with the kid who got shot, and you spoke out your anger. But instead of them who reported you, oh, you did report Omegle. I wonder what happened with the Omegle, Marianne. Good for you. Good for you. Um, Overlook the crap here or there. I don't know. She chicken winner. I don't know if you don't like me or do. No, sir, just kidding. um, but yeah, she keeps excusing it. But I went back and I looked. Um, but that's the thing. I know what I was getting at about how your video got removed and you had gotten struck. That's what I mean about the frustration of the whole thing here. At that same time, without any of us knowing, she also had live streams up where she was like calling people the N word, saying, why should we sugarcoat it? She had a full frontal, full nudity guy, you know, pleasing himself. And then when report it didn't get taken down, she didn't get in trouble. It's like she's got this shield around her of, like where she could just do evil and it's all good. You know, it is too late, but it's okay, chicken winner, because here's the thing. It's the weirdest thing, but it's like, I don't know exactly what the thing is with the fact that they like when you like when she keeps talking about how she got you struck for that, right? She keeps talking about that. All that happened was the video got taken down. You didn't get struck for that. Remember that? The video got taken down, but you didn't get struck for that. But what she's not seeing is that she did it. You know? I mean, instead of her saying, you know, that yes, she did it and yeah, she can see, none of that occurs to her. Like, even that night, I was shocked that her hands didn't shake at all, like out of anger. I've been so angry sometimes. Yes, she was proud. Yeah, she was proud of it. Yeah, and her friends aren't either, and neither is YouTube, and that's what's killing me too. It's like good people get struck because some of us just aren't cop collars. We don't want to create any not that it's bad to do that. Maybe we should be more of adamant about, because they are adamant about trying to wipe out people who want to put out a good message. You know, they don't want people putting out good messages, you know? I mean, look at um the girls was bad. I heard her offering those. And you know something? I'm so mad at myself because that night I didn't want to capture when she was saying that about the $20 um for the boob shot. And then after her on her video where she's trying to explain her side of the story, she's got somebody up on her panel making fun of and saying, I'll let you squeeze my breast, and saying stuff about me and my kid. And I mean, I'm like, wow, this woman has there's nothing inside of her. She's never gonna honor. I'm not saying that I want her to, but she doesn't get so depressed that she's gonna unalive herself. I'm sorry, she doesn't. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I have so um who are not saying anything. All of her friends, they're not saying anything. Yeah, like I said I don't even know who that person is, but can we remove that comment? And now there's a whole community post with Net going, SG is this way and SG. I didn't say it. The night before I tried to stay on till 8 in the morning, but they kept reporting me for playing music. So I said, forget it. You know? They kept reporting me for playing music. Yes, she does, Marianne. Here's the thing. I don't want to have to spend time defending myself all the time. And yet they're always saying, with her second chance at life, she should be doing better things. And then why don't they just stop? Why can't they encourage people? Yeah, those were all adults that sat there in that live stream. Those were all adults that sat there in that live stream laughing when that guy said that no, they were talking about me. Oh, you're right. Yeah, like as if yeah. So if she's had a second chance of life as well, right? If that as much as they are constantly threatening me with to take my pets, to call, one time I was going to visit my daughter and they were threatening that they were going to call the state police and have me pulled over on the turnpike, and they were going to do this. Um, and during the time, also being scared of, plus just I'm tired of living in fear. And I do talk big and bad and tough and stuff like that. Not all the time, but I do. But I am tired of living in fear. I mean, life is scary enough as it is. I shouldn't have to, it's like when, say somebody is accused of falsely doing a crime that they didn't do. Um, it's and they do it just like when I was watching the way they were getting Sharon all fired up in her live stream. They did that, I believe, to Sharon to try to make her want to use. And they did, and I'm not saying that she wouldn't anyway, but maybe to be like, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have surprised me if somebody didn't send her a cash app, maybe somebody anonymous who she didn't know sent it, and you know what I mean? They don't. Nothing would surprise me from them. Um, Moments with Michelle sat in there that night. Moments with Michelle was in there when Bobbles was showing that baby's GoFundMe and telling people to report it, saying that it had something to do with me and my kid. Me and my kid aren't frauds, but apparently, you know, she feels that she has, done such a, do you know what I mean? Like, no remorse. She's never even said anything about that either. Well, no, because Chicken Winter, um, I feel like we can strengthen people um, through, saying, okay, say so there's a little kid who's scared of swimming, right? And they've been using the swimmies and now for the first are training wheels on a bike. And, they've got encouragement though. They've got, no, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. Keep going, keep going. Like, um, I know this is going to sound crazy, but it might not sound crazy. Hopefully, it doesn't sound crazy. Um, I hope things like some things, not everything will affect people in the best way, but sometimes we have to keep convincing ourselves like that there's like if I took myself off YouTube, um, I wouldn't get to talk to you guys. There's some good laughs sometimes. Even though my last live stream, the one doing the commentary on Sharon's video, but there's a couple of times in it that, I'm sorry. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I make myself laugh sometimes. And then people in the room will say things too that are really funny. And or who I'm doing commentary on will say something that's really funny. And I really laugh hard. So if I cut myself off from certain things, then I could be cutting myself off of everything. Um, and just hoping for, I don't know if Chicken Winter's still here, in that documentary that I watched, right? You guys got to watch it because it's one of the best things I've ever watched in my life. I mean it. It really is. And I hope, but I know what they mean now when they say to pray for your enemies. Just as of a few hours ago, I know now what that means. Now, it may not mean the same thing to everybody, but it was explained to me in a way that I can accept that. That sounds right. That sounds reasonable. Exactly, Chicken Winner. You're exactly right. And I do feel that for society's safety, like how many times have we seen somebody who's committed a full out crime and they say, oh, it was found out they stopped taking their meds. And here we've got a person who is fully admitting that they stop taking their meds when they want to be really mean. Now, and the irony of it is, all that's not illegal, but it should be. Like, here's the thing, one of her subs is a doctor of psychology, okay? She's a mandated reporter. She should be reporting bottles. Instead, she finances her. Look at Addie. Addie knows that Babos breaks the law repeatedly. She works law and crime. Different than being a mandated reporter for somebody who is purposely not taking their meds to be criminal. But still, will sit idly by watching crime go down because law and crime finances her. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. I wonder how many times. I mean, I'm sure there's loads of times. We know that there is. That people have reported, hey, this person's following me. Well, we can't do anything about them following you. Oh, this car is following me again. Can't do anything about them following you. Hey, this person said they're going to do this to me. Can't do anything about them saying they're going to do it to you. Then that person does it. They're dead. And Law and Crime Network and all these the attorneys and everything, they all make their money. In the meantime, that person turned to the law for protection and couldn't get it. And it's done. They're gone. That's not justice. That's just law and crime. The family isn't getting justice. The person who wanted to live life and thought that they could peacefully didn't get justice. There's way more than one person that should be on trial and that trial. Way more. Every person who said it's not a crime to terrorize you. Any person who gave that person a ride or who was a mandated reporter and didn't report it. It's so widespread. It really is. And chicken winner. Or Marianne Hope, if you're still here. Did you ever hear back from Omegle? Look at how, for instance, Mary can take off her shirt and dance around drunk, okay? Have a good night, chicken winner. And if Sharon wears a bikini, do you know the other day, and they have a fit about, Sharon wearing a bikini, but not Marianne, not Marianne, sorry, not Marianne, Mary dancing around in a sports bra, whatever. Do you know the other day, what popped up in my feed was a woman totally nude from the waist down. And I reported it. And I got a letter back saying, we'll look into it and see if it violates our community guidelines. You have a great day as well, chicken winner. I appreciate you. Um, I didn't get a letter back saying it's been removed or anything. Thank you, chicken winner. I got, wow, what is the world coming to? I just long for the days back again when this life was simpler. I'm going to share the link again for the documentary that I watched earlier. I hope you guys don't mind. I think you guys should watch it. It's a real good one. Hi, Thursday. How you doing, Thursday? Right there is the link to a documentary that I watched. An interview, not a documentary, an interview. Give it a chance. Really, she was raised in Michigan, and the way she tells the story and is really amazing. Her words will, I think, the words she uses to tell the story and the things she says are really, really, you know, she's a good speaker. Maybe if anybody wants to, if they're in touch with Bibles, they could even send her that. Might help her too. It's a very, very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, you don't even have to watch it. You just listen because it's an interview. She's just, there's nothing really, she's just sitting there telling a story. So it's just something that you could put on and listen to while you're doing things that you have to do or whatever. But what an amazing story. An amazing story. And I'm all for um, trying to grow more ourselves. So I think Bobbles really needs to focus more on herself. I think a lot of us have so much on our own plate that maybe there's things in our lives we don't even understand, or sayings like I was saying, that whole praying for your enemies thing, I never really quite understood, and the way this lady put the into words was quite amazing. And I once again want to say I wasn't saying anything about God that day. It was about Angie and her, not Angie Reacts, Trafficker Lou I'm talking about, and just how mean she was. Perhaps I could have used better wording, and I'm sorry to offend anyone, but um even but man, you'd be amazed, like the thing that she refers to as God, was there, And the event in her life that he showed her was a very small thing, but he then showed her years down the road how a small but I never really could put it into words that I wanted to understand chicken winter, and this lady did. And I think it all, hopefully, like, I'm always just looking for ways to deal with things better. And but you know, just, it was just such an amazing. I'm gonna say it was one of the best things I've watched, listened to, I should say, one of the best interviews. And she's such a well-spoken, good speaker. She's a good speaker, this lady, and she recollects this experience in such detail, and she's engaging, and she it's worth watching. It's an hour long, and I'd suggest giving a little time and watching it, because it's really amazing. So maybe you guys can all start your day off watching it. I think it's because there's so much going on that we want. I think most of our like, when we give the opinion, we really mean an opinion like it's like encompassing the whole act of what you're offended by. But we tend to speak of it as, like, you'd be offended whether it was Bobbles or somebody that you liked. Not that you didn't like her, but just say it was someone that you know, it wouldn't matter who it was. It was the act of it. It was the act of it. And when people want to, and others want it to be lost on the fact of the act of it, and they want to turn it into what they want to turn it into. But see, they're not understanding it's the act of it, and not just with her, but with the fact that you two at Omegle, it was all just allowed. And what else is going on in the world? How many adults have offended youngsters on that site because they just have this little checkbox, yes, I am over this age, or whatever it is. You understand that it takes a whole village to raise a child, chicken winner. They don't. You're you're right, Keith. Right, right. Yeah. Think of our words before they come out, because words have a lot of energy. Words have a lot of energy. Right, chicken winner. Right. But she's just one cog in the wheel of, us going to hell in a handbasket. And that's why, as this freedom of speech, it's about how we use it and not to abuse it. Some people will abuse it, and we are in a, yes, yes. And that's what I'm saying. There were days when pornography used to be behind the counter, with a plastic cover over it. And we never said, hey, we don't mind that, all of that. Um, we never voted for, hey, let's start putting all this sexually charged stuff on in music, in books, in TV. We never said that was okay. When did that come? That we said, oh, we don't like that. Well, they start saying, well, that's censorship. Well, uh, I feel like though, at what point did they decide that instead of, covering the dirty books, you remember then, where they would cover it up and it was behind the counter? At what point did they decide, oh, wait a minute, that censorship, because if we did a study of when things, hi, Mr. Rourke, start going downhill and things start becoming more, you know, uh, it's, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point did they say, there's got to be a time when there's got to be like, well, wait a minute, that's going a little too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point? It's, but the freedom of speech thing does not cover a for profit platform. I think it's getting ridiculous without censorship. Because it all starts with children and it takes a whole village to raise a child. I don't even think it's necessary to even have um, sites like that where um, you know all they got to do is check a box saying, yes, I'm over this age. They know that they can't monitor that. So what happens to those sites when something occurs, maybe a crime, and does the courts actually go back to those people of the sites and say, okay, well, what else do you do to make sure somebody's of age? Why are these people doing these things on your site? Why is, it's almost like, um, I mean, there's things that go on now. I just got to nod my head at because if if we had enough money, if somebody had enough money to say, okay, well, I'm going to go pay a top dollar attorney because they're doing this to me, then it would be an issue. Then it would be a case. Amber Heard didn't get freedom of speech, right? Because Johnny Depp had more money than her. I mean, clearly he read off his doctor, um, the doctor that he was getting these pills from and stuff. He had been under investigation before for the things. right, and it takes a whole village to raise a child. So censorship in the beginning was made, I think, to protect children. Um, I mean, Johnny Depp clearly even said in text messages in that court to his friend, let's kill Amber, then we'll burn her body, then I'll have sex with it to prove that she's dead. And they didn't bat an eye. They didn't bat an eye. They didn't bat an eye that this doctor didn't even have like a practice. He was just a Hollywood doctor and had already been in trouble and got a slap on the wrist. Um, Everything that she had said was, I mean, he was, do you know what I mean? Like, Bobbles, her community post writing everything that's been done to me, my husband, my family, this, that, and the other thing. Once again, she is just sitting there. I don't believe that she checked herself into a hospital. I'm sorry. I don't believe a word out of her mouth. Did to what woman, T? Did to what woman, T? What did she do to her? What did she do to her? When Bobbles came into her live stream, she was. So what did she do to her? No, me neither, chicken wing. I don't believe it at all. Not at all. She read a message on her channel and mocked her and belittled. Well, T, but the community one or a text message? I didn't watch the whole live. I didn't. I don't know. You heard Bobbles mocking Chicken Winner though on her live stream, right? Pretending to be talking like her and talking about dentures. Oh, did you hear Bobbles laugh maniacally at the thought of Chicken Winner blowing up if she smoked a cigarette? Bobbles laughed maniacally at that, at the thought of Chicken Winner blowing up if she smoked near her oxygen. Did you hear that? Yeah, she did. She mocked Chicken Winner and laughed maniacally at the thought of somebody blowing up next to oxygen. And in the community post was Bobbles once again not talking about anything she has done to people and how she's made them feel, or how she may have made them feel, or I mean, that means that she doesn't have any regret or remorse inside of her. She's like she can't put herself in somebody else's shoes. I mean, Sharon didn't go on Omegle and talk to little kids. What would be now? Uh, Tell me what grounds. I agree about the legal trouble, but just tell me what grounds. See, the thing with me too is I don't appreciate Bobbles keep trying to accuse me of, wanting her to, off herself. I'm sure people saw the previous night when basically, see, and there you go. And there you have it. There you have it, T. Do you think that's what she's trying to get people into trouble for that? Even though it could be fake, I mean, she hasn't proven, she'd have to prove that in a court of law, though, right? Yes, exactly. Yeah, yep, because she could trigger somebody that has a problem with that, and she could trigger somebody. Or what if I was the type to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm a being, and did something to myself. How about that? Like, what if that was, I mean, or when I was being called a one-titted freak and there's no call for one-titted freaks, what if that made me feel like, what if I felt like, oh my God, my life's over. There's no call for one-titted freaks. Right. But she doesn't just, I'm not taking time. The fact of the matter is, it's also illegal to accuse somebody of that without documentation and proof. What if somebody was a huge Bible supporter and they lost somebody to that and they were like, you damn SG, if anything's happened to Bobbles and there's Bobbles got my full address up there and they came and they did something to me. And all the while she was lying. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, the RR person, chicken winner. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what, T? We would win because the and that would be the best thing ever. I wish they would bring it to court because all the IP addresses would lead back to not me, not Chicken Winner, that RR account. Yeah, that RR account. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the same person who is Munchie, and yes, that RR account is the one who said that she was grooming people in your chat. It was the RR account. It was the RR account. You didn't see it? Yeah, that's the one that said you were grooming people in your chat room. Mm. Un momento. Whatever, chicken winner, you still here? Um, so wait a minute. So hold on a minute. All right, a case OG this magnitude would not be the first. I think it would be. Or did I see it? I don't know, but chat isn't me. No, I know the chat isn't your chicken winner. I just want you to know about our magnitude. What I'm gonna do, chicken winner. Hi, lipstick. Hi. Um, I might have screenshotted it. I don't know. Um, but I'm gonna email you. Will you stay here in the chat while I do this so you can, you know, jump on it? I'm not saying that you have to, but just so you can see if you missed that whole thing going on in your room and everything that person was saying, then you should take a look so that you know that I'm not, just it's up to you. It's your discretion. I'm just, if there's things that you've missed, I don't want to say which chat it was out loud. I want to just tell you so that you can take a look before they, you know what I mean? So will you stay here while I do that? And if anybody comes in, let them know. I'll be right back. I'd so much appreciate it because I just want you to be able to look if you want to as quick as possible in discretion, in discreet way, not an indiscretion. You know exactly what I mean. So would you mind doing that for me so that people don't think they just come to a silent chat? I'd appreciate it so much. And lipstick, welcome. And I will be right back. It's just think of if I'm going to the dispensary like I did the other day and you guys all hung out, just pretend that's what's going on, okay? So if anybody could do that for me, it doesn't even have to just be chicken winter, but if, you know, it is, but I want to just do it real quick. So I'd do it for any one of you guys, man. I'd do it for you. No, so no, just for a minute. I know chicken winter. Well, I don't know, but just for a minute so that you can take a look quick, like at your own chat and read that person's comments that they were doing. They were really bad. Yeah, just it's not gonna. It just so I can email you real quick. Okay. Did you get my emails from the other day? Because I want to make sure I'm sending them to the right email address. Well, I haven't checked my email, but did you get them? Okay. Well, whatever. I'm gonna risk it and hope. No, I know you don't, but you were talking about the groom thing, and it came from there. That's what got her going. But like you were saying, it was probably her, just like the one who came in my chat called the first just me and made some comment that now I'm taking the shit for, like oh, it wanted me to off myself and stuff. And like you're saying, we can't what, especially like that's one of the things that StreamYard should fix, because they don't allow the person who is running the live stream the ability to delete comments, to just delete a comment. Instead, it makes you either have to get rid of the person or whatever, I mean, so that really sucks, because sometimes, I just want to get rid of a comment that somebody has said, not the whole thing, and it's like, so, and then when you go, oh, hey, can you get rid of that comment? Then they know that, what is the best thing to do is to pin your comments, you know, sometimes but if say Bobbles came in here right now, or a Bobbles clone account even, I'd pin it. Now, if it's something to do with you, yourself, or somebody who you might think, oh, that's somebody's family member, like, that's somebody's family member, or it's an address, or somebody's kid, anything about somebody's kid, you it, that's where the ability to remove a comment as a channel owner, because they'll remove them, just like how Bobbles was saying, hi, Mike Perkins, I hope you're doing well, because how Bobbles in my live stream, when she came in and was saying, um I hope this about your karma, I know that was Bobbles. I know because I checked, and I know because that's exactly how Bobbles talks, and what she had done was she had, you know blocked the people that were in the chat so they couldn't see her. But somebody who wasn't in my chat, she hadn't blocked. Believe me, they all have accounts where they have all of us blocked. So the only way you can see them is if you have a sock account that you specifically go to. Oh, and when you look at that chat, when you look at the thing that I sent you and you look at it back, make sure that you watch it from a sock account. Make a sock account, but even your own chat, make a sock account, and then make sure it's on live chat. Hi, Missing Loyalty. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just advising, and even people who are watching, that maybe are in a different community and there's a lot of strife going on, maybe not even involved anything to do with this community, but you've noticed strife going on. I would suggest that everybody make, and it's not a troll account, what I'm saying to make, it's a sock account that you're not going to use to do anything other than to be able to see that, because I'm telling you, there are people who have all of us blocked, and you'd be shocked that, you'll be like, how many times have we all been in chats and we've been like, I can't see that person. I can't see that person. They do it all the time. Dawn, who's a mod in Sharon's, longtime mod, could not see Bobbles. I emailed it to you, Gmailed it to you. Did you get it? Because you didn't Gmail me back from any of the Gmails I sent you recently. Let me know. I might be. I know, chicken winner. But you were talking about a grooming comment and somebody saying something about somebody saying it and you saying that's probably her. Well, then it could be her. Imagine my surprise to find out that Rachel Reed, whom I spoke to, man, a lot on the phone, a lot. And she conveys herself as a very responsible person that would never go around trolling as Nitty's black hoe. I was blown away to find that the Rachel Reed that and it was her, that's her. I mean, trust me, that those, Mr. Rourke, you're funny. Hi, missing loyalty in case I think I said it tough. Um, no, she's not. And I don't like what's going on with Miss Passion lately. I think they're being mean to her. Trust and believe. I know. It, but she's a strong person. I mean, because you guys know, according to you all, I can be very angry and offensive sometimes and abrasive. And she let me get that out and was very, like, I don't even know the word. Like, it's not gracious, I don't think, is it? And it's certainly not humble because I don't think it was humble. She was strong. She should be like a counselor or something. Not that for as the best of, but she should be like a listener. Like, now you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't mean. She was strong. You're terrible, Mr. Rourke. What's going on with you, man? I really think you should voice some of those videos that she does with that guy who keeps banging his chest. I like that plant you're about to buy. Cracks me up. Why? What went on with you two? I didn't even know you guys knew each other. What's going on with you guys? See, I'm not in the community as much as you guys all seem to think. I'm so not up on all of this. Did you see what I sent you? You should go look now, though, Chicken Winner. Did you get it, or do I not have your right email anymore? Let me know, please. See, I don't watch all her videos. I just saw the one with the Mr. Rourke, and I saw that. I saw that. She's so funny. She said in the collarbone. I could be hit by a rock in the collarbone. But you know what, Sharon? I think it was a damn good idea. I think you should bring Polo with you to help, but I think you and Polo should start a fucking landscaping thing. You could do the flowers and he could mow, and then you wouldn't get hit with a rock. But I think when you initially go up, but as long as you know what, start with your own front yard. Oh, we were talking about mowing lawns now. Okay, I hear you, Chicken Winner. You and Polo do your own front yard just the same way you were dressed in your last video. Don't put him in the same outfit, though. And then, if you have to, if you've got a friend who has a house, like, or whatever, in other neighborhoods, offer and make a sign. make a sign, and while you're doing it, put the sign up. I I think that is a damn good idea. Good night, chicken winner. You're always a pleasure. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I do understand the get hit by a rock because I'll tell you, what was the movie? Oh my God. I feel like it was something Alabama. Um, and she had her husband's head in the hat box. I feel like it was Melanie Griffith who played the part, and she had the cousin, and he was mowing the lawn. Oh, it was a great movie. She killed her abusive husband, and she had all those kids, and she put his head in the hat box. What was the name of the movie? I know somebody knows it here. That's a good movie. But the kid, he was famous too because the stuff with the little black kid in the pool and stuff. Stop it, Mr. Rourke. What are you doing? I think you're trying to get her fired up. Want to come up on the panel, Mr. Rourke? Everybody needs a little dose of you in the morning. Can somebody tell me what the fucking movie's called? Look it up. My God, who is it? She goes on Bewitched, and she's her twin sister. Wow, you're ornery this morning, Mr. Rourke. Please look it up. You guys are so mean to me. 31 people, and you're letting me be tortured and not know what the name of the movie is. Something to do with Alabama. Research assistant. Yeah, I can't even say it. Research assistant. I need one. What's the name of the movie? Please. She had her husband's head in the hat box. Please. So all you gotta do is just look that up. Husband's head in hat box, and tell me the name of the movie, please. And she had that brother who is the guy I like. Because he seems so nice. T, can you look that up for me? Better than running a train. Ah, funny. Funny. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, chicken winner. Thank you. Crazy in Alabama. I don't even remember what. Oh, yeah. To say that it could happen because the rock came up and hit him in the eye and he lost his eye. Of course you would, Mr. Rourke. Good movie. You guys should see it. It's so good. Has anybody ever seen it? You guys? Have you guys seen it? So good. No, it wasn't, T. It was not an epic fail. No, it wasn't. And if she was doing landscaping, right? And all that, she would be like, it would be working out kind of. So she, listen, every one of you guys know that basically, and I even hate this phrase though, but for somebody's age, her confidence level and her physique, she looks good. Now, Even if you think that, T, right? Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Growing up, did you not hear your parents say, yeah, it was a great movie. One I should probably watch again. I kind of want to watch it again now. I wish she would have got rid of that head beforehand. I'm so glad the judge was so nice to her, though. Remember at the end? And he was so nice to her. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just spoiler alerted. Oh, because I got sad and then happy all at the same time because I forgot about the judge. I know, right, Courtney? Like, didn't you grow up hearing if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all, right? T? I mean, if not, then who raised you? That's the bottom line. It's as simple as that. If not, then who raised you? Yes, I'm always happy to see all of you. That's what you got to ask yourself. Like, isn't it as simple as that, T? In that interview where I think I'm gonna post it again for people who weren't here when I did the interview. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't the interview. I've got to go back and get it again. Dang it. I don't know how far you can go up, Courtney, but can you go far enough up to get a link that I have posted? I don't know, to wherever you see me in the live stream and share that again, please. What's a pack of rabbits? What does that mean, pack of rabbits? Is that net? I'm sorry, just kidding. What's a pack of rabbits? Pack of rabbits? What does that mean? Can you scroll up and see, yeah, CT. Now you're just pretending to be stupid. I'm gonna give you 300 seconds to rewind and watch and tell me where it went wrong there. See, you're trying to stir up trouble. T must stand for troll. Can you scroll up and see where I dropped a link? It's to a documentary of somebody's near-death experience, and drop it in the chat because it's really one of the best things I've watched ever. And you don't even have to watch it, you can just listen to it for an hour. The lady was raised in Michigan. You know, man, she's just a really good speaker, and the way she tells the story is really interesting, and she's entertaining. And if you could drop that link again in here for people who weren't here before, I'm going to put it in my community post too as well, but in case I forget. But it's a really, really good. No, that T person, chicken winner. I didn't boot them. I just timed them out. Oh, it doesn't, Courtney. Okay. I just gave them 300 seconds because they seem like they were here to cause trouble in a way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go into Bobble's chat or Bobble's friends chats and start like, saying, oh, this, and the other thing. It's because I just don't go into other people's chats and try to cause strife. So when they come here and do it, I give people the opportunity to say something, but when I see they're trying to change the vibe of the room or hurt somebody else's feelings if they read it back, and change the vibe of their day. Which, in all honesty, in Chicken Winter's room that day when that RR and a couple other people, that's when I was glad that Courtney Love, you went in there and you said something because believe it or not, even if it's like people are like, oh, well, it's freedom of speech, but to the person that the things are directed to, it's hate speech and slander and lies and hurtfulness. And when you read it back, you're like, oh, here's my friend having a live stream, and you read their live stream. And even though the person who's running the chat might not be agreeing with or whatever, you still read it and it does get upset. Yeah, it gets upsetting because you're like, wow, man, other people can read this and this is not true. I'm not on meth. I was never a stripper. I never worked as a topless bartender in a strip joint. And it still sits there. It sits there till God knows when. And with one click of a button, it could just all be gone. And, you know, well, if you could just go read that person's comments, Chicken Winner, you'll find where the groom one comes from. That's where. So they probably did put somebody in your room to cause strife. Okay, Chicken Winner. I do hope I have the right Gmail address before you leave, Chicken Winner. Can you tell me if I did? No, you don't, Courtney. I've never seen you do that. This more dominant. Are hens male dominant? Is that a real thing? Is that the difference between chickens and hens? Who's Janine? Is that true? I didn't know that. Tanger's rooster got eaten by a fox. Isn't that fucked up? Well, killed by it anyway. I don't know if they eat them. We didn't fight for customers. She was so pretty and so nice before she got all. I mean, I like tattoos, but it's something about like full body tattoos. I don't know. Like she was very pretty and she pulled off the whole um hot for teacher. And they're going, I wonder what the teacher is gonna look like this year. And she looked like the live, like just forget it. Anyway, if anybody's ever seen the girl who was married to Jesse James and before Sandra Bullock, right? That's not something I would imagine online, Mr. Rourke. I'd possibly imagine it in private. Yes, I possibly would imagine that in private. I possibly will. But yeah, not, we'll move away from that. No, not with her. He cheated on Sandra with her? No. I think he left Janine Linda Mulder for Sandra Bullock. He left her. And then he ended up with that girl Kit or something, didn't he? Or Cat or something from the tattoo show after Sandra. Because they had a daughter named Sunny. You're a research assistant, Courtney. Can you look it up? Who was Jesse James with before Sandra Bullock? Or who does he have his daughter Sunny with? And it'll say Janine Linda Mulder. That's her. She's very nice. We used to go to breakfast together all the time. She would always get Belgian waffles, those with the strawberry on and the whipped cream and stuff. But we never talked sexually together and stuff. But yeah, but it's not plugged in. Um, it wasn't a topless strip bar, okay? It was, and I was not the, okay. I had my shirt and clothes on. My daughter didn't work there. She was long before she was born. And it was totally nude. Oh, Mr. Sheffield. Ma. Oh, Ma. People like Fran Drescher. I remember I was talking to this guy one time, and he uh he goes, just like out of the blue, he goes, I love Fran. And I'm like, who's Fran? I thought maybe like his last girlfriend or something. I don't know. He goes, the nanny, Fran Drescher. I love Fran. It's weird what some people like. Like if we all like the same thing, like I like a broken nose on a guy, not on me. I don't want my nose broken. I'm saying I like the look of a broken nose on a guy. It's not about like I don't know what it is. It's just sexy to me, you know? Some people like a gap, like a diastema in between people's teeth. Nuh-uh, they didn't list her name, really? Janine Lindemother? That's terrible, man. She's on the album of what is it, Blink 182? She's a nurse in their video. She's a nurse in their video. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher. I wonder what the teacher's gonna look like this year. I love that job. It was a good job. It was fun. I was supposed to have gotten blacklisted. That poor girl. She got older, but she got a lot of money to retire on. So who knows? She's living her life. I could see her not wanting, if you know, like something. I thank you for coming back, T. By the way, I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming back in, speaking of the conversation, and waiting out the threes. Thank you, thank you. That shows that you know we're cool. That's good. You know, that's good. Um, I never liked that big. I mean, on a girl like a small one, some can pull it off, like Madonna, or the other one too. I think her name was Lauren Hutton. She was another one who had that. But the guy that makes me think the most of like a really big gap is um That guy that told me he loves Fran. He had a really big gap between his teeth. And you know what? Like, okay, so he was handsome. He was tall, dark, and handsome, but he had a really big gap between his teeth. He was all right. We dated for a little while, but he was too militant like for me, and I don't know. Is it a small gap? How big of a gap? Let me see. Let me see. I bet you have a broken nose too. I can get over gaps, but other things can make up for gaps. Depends. I dated the person. I did date him. He was too militant for me. Not that he was militant to me. Great whistlers. That's funny as shit. Great whistlers. That is fucking. Are you a good whistler, Mr. Rourke? You ever know people who can put their two fingers in their mouth and whistle? Is that how you're talking about? Or those people who just go like that and they went, I can't whistle. Oh, I did it. I don't want to whistle too loud. Early morning, all the birds will come. No, no, what? No, no, you can't whistle. No, it's not a small gap. No, you don't have a broken nose. See how funny he is? I hate whistling. She was yelling at somebody with, capital letters and forgot, and then they went back to it. I hate talent. I hate talent. No, sir. Just funny. So funny. So funny. For all I know, the you two are funny. This is funny. A funny exchange. Let's hear it for Joanne. I don't know. You guys are just funny. The other night was so funny when I go, all right, I'll end my live stream and then I'll come back on live. And then I said, nah, I'm just going to keep the live stream going and you guys can talk. And I just couldn't believe it. Like when I came back, like every time I checked, you guys stayed and were hanging out and chatting and fucking. How long ago was that though? Did he take it down or did he make it again? Or I think that if this Crystal Love, right, is who we think she is. Okay. And here's the thing, Crystal. I get it that you're probably thinking you want to capitalize on the talent in this community. Okay. Because there's a lot of talent in this community. But you need to realize that your talent is that you have money and you recognized some talent when you saw it because you've been around for a while now watching us. No way, really? Nuh-uh. He made one? Did he make one? Is that still up? Mr. Rourke, is it still up? Get the hell out of town. You made a live stream? I mean, you made a... I gotta go look at it. Is Courtney Love still here? Could she drop Mr. Rourke's link? Oh my God, really? It's not still up? You took it down? Don't even say you deleted it. Really? Why do you erase them, Mr. Rourke? Why? I mean, because here's the thing, right? I don't know why. I was just gonna call Crystal Love Rachel Reed because they kind of remind me like each other, but I don't know. Oh, that sucks. He is pretty good though. He's good. There was a lot of talent in the community, but oh, thank you, Courtney. You have a channel too. Drop your link, please. And chicken winners, if you could, please. What do you mean you have too much content? So you're deleting the good ones? Stop it. But you don't have to delete it off YouTube. You just delete it off your wherever it is. All right, so here's the thing. Crystal Love, if you're Maxine, okay? Here's the thing, and everybody. Oh, poverty. Oh, he's sick, isn't he? People got to start checking to see if those people are still around. Gonna have to do a deep dive, see if those people are still kicking, alive and kicking. He did not say that, did he really? Isn't he doing did he really? Did he really? Oh, I might need a research assistant. Courtney. Oh, we might need to do a deep dive. We might need to put our here then this could be your first video. Because T-Boy, I bet you T is Rachel Reed. Ooh, it could be somebody else too. Ooh. Let me just tell you. T-Boy. Wrong about the Rachel Reed. Huh? I'm not even going to try to guess who it is. But we need to do a deep dive because he's going on Mark Kropka's. You could drop Mark Kropka's link if you'd like, Courtney. We're going to give credit where credit due. But maybe we should put some info out there or try to see if anybody's gone missing. Just, just for fun of it. Not that it's fun. The heck of it. The knowledge of it for a deep dive. just to see, just to know. That way, if they are, then people can ask him on the first about it. Maybe it's all good in the hood. I'm just trying to think what you guys would like to do. What you guys might be interested in. I should make a coffee. I'm gonna have to use ice cream for my creamer because I don't have any creamer. Mm-hmm. One time he said she knew how far to bury him down and stuff. Not bodies, not bodies. It wasn't bodies. It was something about, oh, but he said he liked turkey vultures recently, right? And he said you had to bury something far enough down, so many feet, so that they wouldn't smell it. I mean, I just think, okay, buddy, let's be for real. In my opinion, and I'm not implying anything, and even if it wasn't him that I was talking about right now, I would still find it odd. Hey, did he ever do what I told him he had to do, which was to again dress like Bigfoot and walk around on the roads in Georgia? He better have, cause so just kidding. It's up to you guys if you'd like to do a deep dive. Or maybe not. I don't know. Why didn't I get cream? I suck. I suck. 34 people. They won't even talk to each other. They have nothing to say to each other. What about Tribbles? She loves kissing ass. You're the funniest person, I swear to God. Oh my God, you're so funny. What about Tribbles? Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh, you're funny as hell. Maybe we'll do it later. We'll do the deep dive later. He followed them all the way. I saw that. I saw, I was like, how does he know they're going to their final demise? And the truck looked like the one from fucking Jeepers Creepers. Oh my God, he's a psycho. He's a psycho. He did do that. Oh my God. Oh, that just gave me the creeps, man. Oh my God. Really, that just gave me the creeps. I suggest for the next couple of hours, we all do like our little research stuff. And then we meet back here in a few hours and compare notes. So that way, We'll do a deep dive. Maybe I'll schedule it so people will know what time or whatever. More people will be awake. I'm gonna make some ice cream and coffee. Ice cream and coffee. If I only had a cow, I would milk it. You can all have a wonderful day. And go watch that video. Let me see if I can have it again here. Drop the link. But it's a good one. Just listen to it while you're waking up. What else? It's interesting. Very interesting. Have a wonderful day. Be kind. Be encouraging. Stand for what's right. And if you're going to be mean, just don't say it. No, we'll talk about it, Courtney. We'll do it later. Yeah. Peace, love, and tacos, you guys. United we stand, divided we fall.